What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick with Hercules Fit, and today I want to talk about should you be using wraps when you're lifting. Now, I understand a lot of you guys probably use wraps. A lot of you guys probably live and die by them. You probably hold them close to your heart. I get it. I really do. But hopefully by the end of this video, if you are a die-hard rapper, you may reconsider using them all the fucking time. Here's why. When you use something like wraps, lifting wraps or whatever, say you're doing a deadlift or, you're doing a pull-up or something, and you always know that your grip gives out before your back gives out. You're one of those people. I can attest to that because I used to be one of those people myself. You are basically putting a Band-Aid over the fucking problem. Here's why. When you're using these wraps and these wrist wraps in particular, where, you use them to grab onto the weight, you're taking that off of your forearm. So say you're doing your pull-ups or whatever, you give out on, hopefully you at least rely on the wrist wraps towards the end of your set. Hopefully you're not doing it the entire fucking set, but just say you're doing it the entire fucking set. You're basically taking all of that tension off of your forearms, tension that would help grow your forearms to correct the problem to begin with, and you're placing it on the wraps. This is going to have the problem of your forearms are going to continually get weaker the more you rely on wrist wraps. I understand they look cool. I understand, they probably feel comfortable if you've been doing them for a while, but you need to save the wraps for your max effort lifts. So if you're into powerlifting, you're lifting heavy ass weight, 95% of your 1 rep max, doing 1 rep maxes all the fucking time, 2 rep maxes. I can understand using it for that. But if you are doing it for hypertrophy, you actually are going to the gym to get bigger fucking muscles, you are hindering the development in your forearm muscles because you're relying on the wraps. The wraps are basically acting like your forearms. So I would say, guys, save it for, at the bare minimum, your top set. So if you're doing, 3 sets of something, do it on the last set at least, but don't do it on the first 2 sets. What I would say you should do instead is work on building up your forearm strength. You can do this by working your fucking forearms. If you don't have the genetics to naturally have forearms that grow with your back, with the rest of your body, which I'm one of those people. If I didn't work my forearms, I'd be one of the people that, you're doing a pull-up and, your grip fails, 2-3 reps before your back does. Then you need to actually work your forearms. I recommend working them at the end of your workout, but I would say at least work them, 1 to 2 times per week. If you do that, wrist curls, farmer's carry, you can hang on a pull-up bar, for a while, and you will notice that your grip will get better. And eventually a time will come where you don't need the wraps anymore and your forearms are strong enough to accommodate the weights that you are doing. Like now when I lift weights, I never had the problem of my grip failing. Like my back or whatever I'm working will always fail before my grip does. And that's because I isolated my forearms. I work them, 2 or 3 times a week. I typically would work them, after every upper body workout, or at the very minimum, at least after, half my upper body workouts. And after about a year or so of doing that, it got to the point where my grip never failed. So my grip doesn't fail now because I work my forearms. So my best advice to you, if you're one of those people that is relying on wrist straps because your forearms are failing, is because you need to work your forearms. You need to actually isolate them doing forearm exercises. I'm going to have a video come out on how to build your forearms like I have with my other videos in my How to Build series. But I'd say in the meantime, if you're watching this, start actually working your forearms and save the wraps for at least your last set of each exercise. At least do that. That way your forearms are getting some engagement. And I promise you over time, you'll get to the point where you don't even need wraps at all. Anyway, guys, that's my take on wraps. Don't got a problem with them. Just don't use them as a crutch. Check out my programs, HerculesPhysique.com, Winter Bulk, Summer Shred. They'll get you jacked. Just put in the work. It's your boy Nick, your boy Hercules, signing out.